Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to discuss about the increasing plants in number, part 4, that is crops, vegetables, and fruits. And we already know that the crops means the different the whatever we are going to grown. You can see the some wheat plants which are grown here, and you can see some of the vegetables and fruits here, and also you can see the some of the vegetables which is required for our body maintenance and all, and also the vegetables which are required for our being healthy, and the fruits you're going to see there. So all these things we consider as a crops. So what do you mean by the crops? Crops are the plants that farmers grow in the fields in large numbers to obtain food and other useful products. Farmers in India grow two main crops. Those are Rabi crops. What do you mean by the Rabi crops here? The crops that are grown from November to April. Okay, the crops which are grown from November to April are considered as a Rabi crops. You can see the wheat, this pea, then the barley and the grapes. These are the crops which we are grown during the November to April. Hence, these crops were called as a Rabi crops. And we know that in our country the winter season also starts from November. So these are also called as a Rabi crops. Then the next one is a Kharif crops. The crops that are grown from June to October are called as a Kharif crops. You can see some of the Kharif crops here, such as paddy. What is this? Yes, it is maize, bajra, and jowar. So these crops you can call them as a Kharif crops. And the next one, we are going to see here some of the major crops of India. We mainly categorize the crops of India into these following categories. First one is the food crops. We know that the food crops are the one which are grown for the purpose of food, as used as a food grains, such as rice, wheat, millets, maize, pulses, etc. Then the food crops other than the grains. Food crops. Okay, food crops other than the grains you can observe here. So these are the food crops, and these are the food crops also, but other than the grains. That means we are not considering them directly as the seeds, such as sugarcane, oil seeds, coffee, and tea. These crops you can call them as a food crops other than grains. Next one is the horticultural crops. Horticultural crops you can call those fruits and vegetables, we consider them as a horticultural crops. And non-food crops, we know that the rubber is not a food, but it is grown for the purpose of the production of rubber. So these are the non-food crops. Next one is the fiber crops. We require the fiber crops for textile industry. Okay, we are going to discuss about the fibers in the next chapters. Okay, then the next one we are going to discuss about the, okay, here you can see that in the table 1, main crops of India. So here you can see their soil, what type of soil they require, and the climatic conditions, and area where they are grown. You can see the rice, wheat, maize, cotton, and tea. They are going to require the different type of the soil and the different types of conditions, and they are grown in the different parts of our country. Next, we are going to discuss about the vegetables. So here the vegetables are grown all over the India. We know that the vegetables are grown in the different parts of our country, or in our state also we are growing in the different regions. In fact, India is the world's second largest producer of vegetables, next to China. Vegetables such as lady's finger, brinjal, bitter gourd, and pumpkin are grown in summer, while radish, carrot, cabbage, cauliflower, and beans are grown in the winter season. Okay, so here we are going to grow them in the different seasons and those which are required for our food purpose. Next, the fruits are also grown throughout the country. Is it? We are going to grow the different kinds of crops. It may be from the small cherries to the large apples, pumpkins, and even the papaya. Okay, so those regions where fruits are grown in large quantity, those regions are that place, that part we can call them as a orchards and vineyards. See here, the orchards are the places where fruit trees are planted on a large scale. Children, will you remember that? We are having a many orchards in our surrounding. Those are the mango orchards. We can call them as a mango topu, mavina topu. We can call them, no? They were only that type of growing a fruit plant in that place. We can call it as a orchards. Okay, you can see that here. This is a apple orchard. Okay, here you can see that the number of apple plants are grown serially, and they have grown that area, we can call it as a orchard. Next one, what do we mean by the vineyards? Vineyards are the places where grapes are grown on a large scale. Here you can see that the grapes are grown in large scale. Okay, so the next one, what we already know that there are different types of crops are there, and they require the different procedures to follow. So we cannot simply grow the crops, as well as for that we require a special type of procedures we need to follow. Those are to obtain the good yield. To get the good yield, farmers have to follow the certain practices we have to follow. We cannot simply grow the plants as it is they want. If you grow like that also, they will not grow properly. Some of them are mentioned below. Prepare the soil well and use the best variety of seeds. Here you can see the preparation of the soil. Okay, here the soil is being prepared by either with using the animals such as oxes or bullocks, by using a plough or other kind of devices. And here you can see the tractor. It is preparing the soil in large quantity, and there you can see that sowing of the seeds. Okay, for that we need to select a good variety of the seeds. And the next step is about add manure and fertilizers to the soil to improve its fertility. You can observe that the farmers are adding the fertilizers or manures to the soil. And you may also seen that either some of your parents or the farmers only, you can ask with them what kind of fertilizers or manures they are going to use to improve the soil fertility. Next step is about the irrigate crops at proper time. For that we are going to use the different methods to do the irrigation. That includes the drip irrigation or the canal irrigation or the sprinkler irrigation. There we are going to use the sprinklers, or the way we are going to see the different kinds of irrigation methods here. So as the crops are grown, they need to be protected from stray animals, harmful microbes and insects. What happens if we not protected? Stray animals will simply come and keep on eating our food and destroy our crops. And the insects and microorganisms, they will also infect the plants and destroy our crops. So that need to be protected. How do we protect that? Okay, we are going to follow these methods to protect that. See here, you can see that the stray animals can be protected by doing the fences around our yards. Then we can use the insecticides or pesticides or microbicides to avoid the insects and mosquitoes, as well as the microorganisms. And after the crops are grown completely and they were ready for giving us a product, once the crop is ready, it needs to be harvested. What do you mean by the harvesting? Harvesting is nothing but obtaining the crops. After harvesting, the yields need to be stored properly, otherwise what happen? It may be get damaged. For example, moisture or darkness can spoil the seeds. If you kept the seeds without drying it properly, what happens? It will be get damaged. So here you can see that some of the things are the reasons for the damaging of the seeds. One, it is moisture and darkness, and the next one is the rats, moles, birds and insects, which we call them as rodents, and birds are responsible for that, and also the insects. Next one, the microorganisms such as the fungus can destroy our food. So how can we protect that? We can protect that by seeds and grains must be stored in waterproof containers called as a silos. And fruits and vegetables we cannot dry and keep them. So that need to be for when we harvested them, then that time itself we have to distribute them for the market and for the sale purpose. Okay, so children, we have learned about all the concepts of the increasing plants in number lesson. So children, now you have to answer the following exercise questions in your homework and send it to me before 2 days. That means when you have to send it before Wednesday, all the answers should be there in my WhatsApp number. Okay, thank you.